Today, we're going to break down a really powerful idea, one that challenges the very foundation of how we think about our careers and our legacy. It's all about what makes you memorable.
This line is from a fantastic movie, and it resonates so deeply because, well, it's true. Think about it. We don't celebrate people for how well they stood in line, how neat their reports were, or for being the quiet student who never raised their hand. We remember them for the positive chaos they created by challenging the status quo.
I'm Alicia, the AI voice for Humania, created by Nacho Caballero. My job is to help you unpack these big ideas. So let's explore why breaking the right rules isn't just an option, it's a necessity for true success.
Okay, let's dive into this first section. It might sound counterintuitive, but following all the rules can be one of the riskiest things you do in your professional life. Why? Because it's the fast track to becoming completely invisible.
Does this routine sound familiar? Every single day, countless professionals get up and try to please the algorithm. They follow the playbook to the letter, post at the right time, use the trendy hashtag, copy the same basic AI prompts everyone else is using. Essentially, they're living on their knees, begging a robot in Silicon Valley for a little bit of attention. And what's the result of all this? You become a commodity. And what's really interesting about this slide is the brutal way it defines the term. A commodity is something interchangeable, easily replaceable. It's a professional who can be hired cheap and fired with a simple text message. That's the danger of following the rules.
And this brilliantly illustrates the two paths you can take. On one hand, you have the rule follower, the button pusher, focused only on execution, valued as a commodity, and in the end, invisible. On the other hand, you have the disruptor, the orchestra conductor with a strategic mindset, valued as a strategic partner, and destined to be remembered. The choice seems pretty clear when you see it laid out like this, doesn't it?
So if the choice is so clear, how do we become the orchestra conductor? Let's move on and explore what it means to create your own rules and write your own score. And this isn't just about a title, it's about tangible value. Imagine being able to build €3,000 for a single project, simply because you bring a unique strategic vision that no one else can replicate. And as you build that reputation, as you consistently prove your strategic value, that number grows. Suddenly, €5,000 for a project becomes your new standard, not the exception. And for the true visionaries, the ones who don't just conduct the orchestra but compose the entire symphony, €15,000. And this isn't a fantasy, it's the reality for those who have mastered the art of breaking the right rules to create immense value.
This is the key distinction. They don't just push keys and follow instructions, they see the whole picture, coordinate all the moving parts, and create something unique and valuable. That is the conductor's mindset.
And here's a crucial point about modern tools. They use technologies like AI strategically. For them, AI isn't a crutch to hide a lack of creativity. It's a powerful lever to amplify their own original ideas and strategic vision, multiplying their impact.
This brings us to the most important part, action. The biggest rule that disruptors break is the rule of waiting. They don't wait for permission, they create their own momentum. Forget about waiting for that grant to arrive or for your boss to finally approve that training course in November. The people who get ahead decide what they need to do, and they start their plan of attack right now. They take ownership of their own growth. So the turning point is this simple but profound mindset shift. It's the difference between being a passive executor, someone who just does things, and becoming a proactive creator, the person who makes things happen. It's moving from being a task filler to a change agent. And what's the ultimate goal of this shift? It's not just to be better. It's to build and project a level of authority so undeniable that it actually intimidates your competition. You become the benchmark, the one they're all trying to catch up to.
We've talked about the why and the what. Now let's talk about the how. This final section is both a challenge and an invitation for you to take your first step out of the conformist mold.
I'll just leave this question on the screen for a moment because it's one you need to ask yourself. All of these concepts mean nothing without a decision. So when are you going to start breaking the self-imposed rules that are keeping you small?
Here's your call to action, your first experiment. Think of an unwritten rule in your industry. Maybe it's you always have to send the quote in a PDF, or something similar. Identify one, and tomorrow, consciously break it. Just see what happens. It's a small step toward a much bigger change.
And to prove this philosophy, this very analysis is an example in action.
It was created by Nacho Caballero using artificial intelligence, not as a shortcut, but as a tool to tell a powerful story and lead by example. We don't just say it, we do it.
If this idea of breaking rules to build your authority resonates with you, I invite you to continue the conversation. This content was created by Nacho Caballero. He's a professor of artificial intelligence at business schools like ISDI and EUD, and the founder of the Spanish Institute of StorySelling. To get more ideas just like this one, subscribe to his newsletter at nachocaballero.com. Thanks for joining me.